Hey, I'm Wes Combs. This is my response to the Kingsport Times News questions that they sent out. This is question number 5. This is the last one, and it says, in the recent past, the city and elected leaders have discussed a magnet project for downtown. At one point, considering a large multi-purpose facility for Brickyard Park. What type of magnet project, if any, should Kingsport be pursuing? I'm sure there's better answers than what I'm going to give, because there's a lot of wild stuff we could do. I mean, I think there's all kinds of things that we could do to piece down to get people downtown. I'll tell you two that I think are cool, but I don't know if they would. Well, one of them I think has legs. I think Cement Hill is basically, it's a hill in downtown that can't be used for much. They can't develop much on it. Evidently the subsoil makeup and all that type of stuff is not ideal for building anything on it. That's okay. But that's now part of the city's property with the Domtar transaction. I want to see that as a huge mountain bike park. I say huge, it can only be so big, but a really well done mountain bike park with lots of flowy, jumpy trails, and it's like the tabletops, and people where people can progress and really ride their mountain bikes. And that doesn't mean you can't ride other things on it either. I think you can walk and do all that together, and if you do it right and invest in it the right way, and it doesn't have to be instant. And don't want to take away from Bays Mountain, but those are different kinds that's a different kind of mountain biking. But I think that will draw people downtown. I've seen Bentonville, Arkansas do it. Knoxville's got their urban wilderness downtown. It's packed. I mean, that place gets tons of people to it, and it's really healthy exercise too. And it's not just mountain biking. People do other stuff there. They go running, they walk, there's all kinds of activities that you can kind of plan around that. And it's right next to Brickyard Park that we've already have, and they're doing the skate park, and then they're going to do the pump track. So I think this would be a good addition to that, and some cool features that would drag. If we had a cable operated system to pull people up the hill for those that are too lazy to climb and ride back down. And believe me, I mean, these people want to ride down a whole lot. They're in shape. They're usually, it's not that they want to, that they don't mind. They can't pedal up, but they prefer to get back up and ride down as fast because they're seeking that adrenaline rush. I think that would be a cool project to do downtown, and would feed quickly into our local businesses, because they want to go eat dinner when they're done. I mean, it's exhausting work, but it's a lot of fun. So I think that would be a neat project that probably doesn't have too much capital overhead to it. I do think that our local bike shops would probably try to get people to help do that, because that's gonna generate bike sales downtown as well. I mean, it's buying a bike in Johnson City. Honestly, they stock more bikes. So it's easier to buy a bike in Johnson City than in Kingsport. But if we get something like this, our bike stores in Kingsport will probably stock more bikes because they'll sell more. So I think that would help. And then I think we got Reedy Creek, which is a creek going through downtown. I think cleaning that out. When I say cleaning it out, getting all the brush and shrubs out, and making it to where you could actually float that creek all the way through. That'd be a cool thing. It's not a magnet project, but it's also one of those things that's kind of a nice, neat outdoor activity. But those are some things that I think would be neat downtown. I'm sure that there's better ideas out there than that, but those are things that I think are attainable and achievable for our downtown magnet style project. Anyway, I'm Wes Combs. I'm running for alderman on May 18th. Is when the election is. Early voting is before that, so please, if you're going to early vote, go out and do that as well. I think voting is important. I want to thank you, Times News, for giving us the chance to answer these questions. I think it's great to try to get people educated on the upcoming election and where each candidate stands. Thank everybody else that's running. I think I think it is a hard thing to run for public office. I will say that. I've learned that in this process. And I'm glad to be in Kingsport and glad to have this opportunity. Again, my name is Wes Combs, and I'm running for alderman. I stand for the future, and I'm very forward-looking. I think the future deserves at least one vote on May 18th, and I would appreciate your vote then. Thank you.